Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God has given unto me to give unto you. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. And that's the final day message. He used Zerubbabel. He told us that Zerubbabel, I'm going to use you as a signal. I find in the book of Haggai, but not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord, who's that found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. And we know that the Spirit of the Lord is what? Prophecy. And where you find that out? You find that out in Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. Also, he told you, I want to send Elijah to you for a great and dreadful day of the Lord. He shall turn the hearts of the children back to the fathers of the hearts back to the children, he shall come to Christ. Strike the earth with a curse. And also told you, say, go to certain Moses, certain Moses, and remember what he told the children of Israel on Mount Horeb when we had first got the iron furnace when we was in Egypt. So that's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6, but I suggest you read Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. Then, one more thing. Then he told you, I'm going to send him that who loveth the covenant. Let's go there. That found Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, I will send my messenger, he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in, behold, he shall come, says the Lord of hosts. So those, I'm trying to give it to you where I can. All right. So we know that, when they heat up, that's when things start to happen. So what's happening now is that the two rivers broke their branches, the dams. Yeah, it's two rivers down. And I told you about the dream that I had. And I was standing on the river and they had a camera with us that was watching everything. I guess the camera, that meant it was a drone. But I think it said the Ohio and the Missouri River, something like that in the dream. But anyway, so you know those things that have taken place. But also we know that the Deep South, Slidell and New Orleans Parish, those things gonna be flooded also. Just keep watching. I told you I had that dream. And a friend of mine reminded me and said, it's been 7 years. So it might have been 7 years since I had that vision and dream and stuff. 7 years. So waiting on that. But anyway, because the vision of mine said, Lord, now I should repay. And they do all that gentrification and all that stuff is stealing from God's whole people. And God gonna make you pay for that. I mean, all I can do is give it to you as he give it to me. Okay, well, it's put in the foundation of the earth. Of course, I have 2 dreams for you, man. So many dreams. Yeah, dreams come every day, and you start writing it down, they're gonna accumulate. There's gonna be so many of them. So I'll tell you dreams, old dreams. I mean, I dreamt the whole last night, but I didn't remember any of it. I didn't ask God to bring back to the Lord God to bring back into my remembrance. Didn't. So as I read, they come to me, I'll tell them to you. All right, let's go. We're in the book of Enoch. This one is by Richard Lawrence. Okay, attentively consider heaven and all your progeny of heaven, and all the works of the Most High. Fear him, nor conduct yourself criminally before him. He shut up the windows of heaven, restraining the rain and dew, that it may not descend upon the earth on your account. What would you do? And if he send his wrath upon you and upon all your deeds, you are not they who can supplicate him. You who utter against his righteousness language is proud and powerful, to you there shall be no peace. I heard TD this morning, gotta give God a praise and all that hooping and hollering and screaming. And if you send his wrath upon you and upon your deeds, you are not they who can supplicate him. You who utter against his righteousness language proud and powerful, to you there shall be no peace. Do you see the commanders of the ship, how their vessel are tossed about by waves, torn into pieces by the winds, and exposed to the great peril? That they therefore fear, because their whole property is embarked with them on the ocean, and that they forebode evil in their hearts, because it may swallow them up, and they may perish in it. Is not the whole sea, all its water, and all its commotion to work of him, the Most High, of him who has sealed up all the exhortations. I don't know how to say that. Exhaustions. That's what it say. All these exhaustions and grid, and all this exhaustion girdled it on every side with saying, who sealed up all his exhaustions and girdled it on every side with saying, is not his rebuke dried up in alarms? Verse 7, chapter 100, verse 7. Is it not at his rebuke dried up in alarm, while all his fish, whatever contained in it, died? And will not you sinners who are on the earth fear him? Is not he the maker of the heaven and earth and all the things which are in them? So that's gonna happen. I told you, I see all that water that's in the sea gonna be on dry land. And the sea gonna be dried, all the seas gonna be dry with the sea. Is it not his rebuke to dry up in alarm, while all the fish with everything contained in it dies? So that's gonna happen. And will you not, sinners who are on the earth, fear him? Is not he the maker of heaven and earth, and of all the things which are in them? And who hath given adoration and wisdom to all that move progressive upon the earth and over the sea? Adoration. See, adoration, but it's adoration. All right. Are not the commanders of the ship terrified at the ocean, and should not sinners be terrified at the Most High? So all that sea, I told you, man, gonna be on dry. The sea gonna dry up. When those asteroids or whatever hit those oceans, and when that hit the ocean, that's gonna bring all that on the earth, on the dry part, and the sea's gonna be dried up, and the fish and everything that's contained in it gonna die. That's what I thought. Enoch just telling me. I seen it. Yeah, I seen them things when it hit in the ocean, and that's all I can tell you. I told you that in a dream that they had the water. I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know whatever freeway that called, or whatever interstate it's called. And I seen all that water. I said, man, I can't believe that water was up that high. That's why I said in the vision I told you of it. Observe the heaven, you children of heaven, chapter 101. Observe the heaven, you children of heaven, and every work of the Most High, and fear ye him, and work no evil in his presence. If he closes the windows of heaven, and withhold the rain and the dew from descending upon the earth on your account, what will you do? And that's what Father Enoch tell you. Say he's gonna hold it. There ain't gonna be no rain on the earth, no dew on the earth. There ain't gonna be nothing up on the earth. Because he hadn't seen it. That's why he's telling you what he has seen, and telling you that to live a righteous life. Okay. And if he sends his anger upon you because of your deeds, ye cannot petition him, for you speak proud and insolent words against his righteousness. Therefore ye shall have no peace. And you see ye not the sailors of the ship, how their ships are tossed to and fro by the waves, and are shaken by the winds, and are in sore trouble? Now, the thing you got to ask yourself about this is getting hot down south, getting hot. So the things you got to ask about yourself is this: because Father Enoch saw these things. That's what he's telling you. He saw these things. And question you got to ask, well, Father Enoch, during this time, there ain't no ship sailing on the seas. He told you they only had 5 souls that was on that mountain, and Esau's children Cain's children was at the bottom of the mountain. There ain't no ship. All right, all I can do is tell you. And therefore do they fear, because all the possession go up on the sea with them. And they have evil forebodings of heart that the sea will swallow them, and they will perish therein. Are not the entire sea and all its waters and all its movement the work of the Most High? And has not he set limits to its doing, and confined it throughout by the same? And at his reproof it is afraid and dries up. See, going to be dried up. And as his forgive me, as if reproof, it is afraid and dries up, and all its fish die, and all that is in it, because ye sinners that are on earth fear him not. See, that was for he's not telling you. All that can be dried up, I told you. All right. That's what he's telling you. Okay. Has he not made the heaven and earth and all that is therein? Who has given understanding and wisdom to everything that moves on the earth and in the sea? Do not the sailor of the ship fear the sea, and you sinners fear not the Most High? For the reading I was warning you. In those days when he shall cast his calamity of fire upon you, whither would you fly, and where would you be saved? So you know, fire was gonna be cast down upon you. That's what he's telling. In those days when he shall cast the calamity of fire upon you, whither would you fly, and where would you be saved? That's before he's not telling you, showing you, and telling you everything that's gonna happen unto us. All right. Well, you just go ahead and believe that these things ain't gonna happen. You just go ahead and believe and see what's. I mean, that's on you. That's on you. But for he's not telling you what's going to happen. And when he sent forth his words against you, are you not spared and terrified? All the luminaries are agitated with great fear, and all the earth is spared when it trembles and suffers anxiety. So it can tell you the luminary is going to be doing something. It's going to be something done in their stars. But I seen when those asteroid comets or whatever you say, I seen those. I seen when they were striking the earth. Sort of, I don't know, saw it a few times, different times when it struck the earth. I did. And the earth is spared while it trembles and suffers anxiety. So you're going to have, when it hit, it's going to cause earthquakes. And you see, trembles, earthquakes. All the angels fulfill the commands received by them, and our desires are being concealed from the presence of the great glory. And the children of the earth are alone in trouble. But you sinners are forever accused. To you there should be no peace. So the angels gonna come. The angels, God gonna give us command. The angels gonna come and receive us, and they're gonna conceal us, from the presence of the great glory. So He's gonna conceal us from all this evil and wickedness that the people gonna have to pay for on earth. That's what it tells you. All the angels fulfill His command, receiving by them, and our desires are being concealed from the presence of the great glory when the Lord God descends back on it. While the children of earth are alone and troubled. So those who have chosen the way of the world, they're going to be alone and troubled by everything that's going to happen on earth. But you sinners are forever accused. To you there shall be no peace. Fear not, souls of the righteous, but wait with patience, hope for the day of your death in righteousness. Grieve not, because your souls descend in great trouble, with groaning, lamentation, sorrow. To the respectable, recessible, it's not it, wait a minute, I don't get it. The receptacle of the dead. In your lifetime, your bodies have not received competence in proportion. In your lifetime, your bodies have not received a recompense in proportion to your goodness. Recompense. In your lifetime, you have not received a recompense in proportion to your goodness, but in the period of your existence have sinned as sinners existed in a period of excoriations and of punishment. I'm not going to start video because I don't remember how to pronounce words. I'm doing it. Word gonna come to me, it takes time. I'm not in the habit of reading. Anyway, so we know that's coming. Okay, your bodies have not received a recompense in proportion to your goodness, but in the period of your existence have sinners existed in the period of excoriations and of punishment. And when you died, sinners said concerning you, as we died, the righteous died. What profit have they in their works? Behold, like us, they expire in the sorrow and darkness. What advantage have they over us? Henceforth are we equal. What will be within their grasp? And what before their eyes forever? For behold, they are dead, and neither will they again perceive the light. I say unto you, sinners, you have been sanctified with meat and drink. You have been sanctified with meat and drink, with human plunder and ripen, and with sin, and with acquisitions of wealth, and with great sight of good days. Have you not marked the righteous? How their end is in peace, for no oppression is found in them, even in the day of their death. They perish and are as if they were not, while their souls descend in trouble with the receptacle of the day. That's what he said for the Enoch. Tell you what they're saying right now today. But now I swear to you, chapter 103. But now I swear to you, righteous, by the greatness of the splendor and his glory, by his illustration kingdom, illustrious, by his illustrious kingdom, and by his majesty, to you I swear that I have comprehended this mystery, that I have read in the tablet of heaven, I have seen the writing of the Holy One, and have discovered what is written and impressed upon it concerning you. So he saw everything that was written down, that was going to happen unto us. Yeah, according to the righteous. I have seen that all goodness, joy, and glory have been prepared for you, and been written down for the spirits of them who died in enmity, righteous, died in enmity, and well, I would say eminently righteous, and good. To you shall it be given in return of your trouble, and your portion of happiness shall far exceed the portion of the living. I have seen that all goodness, joy, and glory have been prepared for you, and been written down for the spirit of them who die intimately righteous and good. To you it shall be given in return of your troubles, and your portion happiness shall far exceed the portion of the living. The spirits of you who die in righteousness shall exist and rejoice. Their spirits shall exult, and their remembrance shall be before the face of the Mighty One. For generation to generation, none shall now fear disgrace, nor shall they fear disgrace. They can be changed. Yeah, exult, E-X-U-L-T. Woe to you sinners, when you die in your sins, and they who are like you say, respecting you, blessed are the sinners. They have lived out their whole period, and now they die in happiness and in wealth. Distress, slaughter they knew not while alive, and honor they died, and never in their lifetime did judgment overtake them. But has it not been shown to them that when to the receptacle of the dead their souls shall be made to descend, their evil deeds shall become their greatest torment, in darkness, and to snares, and to the flame which shall burn to the great judgment, that their spirits enter, and the great judgment shall take effect forever and ever. So they're going down to hell. Yeah, they live just like Lazarus and the rich man and Abraham. Woe to you, for to you there shall be no peace. Neither can you say to the righteous and to the good who are alive, in the days of our trouble have we been afflicted. Every manner of trouble have we seen, and many evil things have suffered. Our spirit have been consumed, lessened, and diminished. That was it. So you know what that is. We have perished, nor has there been possibility of help for us in the word or in deed. And we found none, but have been tormented and destroyed. Let me stop there for a minute, because I had this lady in the sun, when the sound, boy, I know the lady felt bad. And the son, and boy, the people, them man, what you call those cunning men? Yeah, that's in book of Jeremiah. Tell you all of them wear purple and blue. The cunning men, yeah, they was beating East Israel. They was beating. They was beating them, man. They did them so wickedly. But you got to understand, when you go up against the people, you're going up against demon itself. And if you're not bound in the Holy Spirit and have on the whole armor of God, them people going to do as they please. Them demons going to do as they please. But you have on the whole armor of God, they can't mess with you. And nothing you can do. But anyway, so after they do that, after they do that, then they summon the gatekeeper. The door shakers, the policemen and gatekeepers are the people on television and the news reporters and your officials, your politicians, those officials, they are the gatekeepers. Your pastors and preachers and things like that, they are the gatekeepers. And so the door shakers, after they finished messing with Israel, then they call it the gatekeepers and let them know, say, hey, this would happen to them when they went to Sam and to this white people place where they weren't supposed to go. Now, this is going to happen to you if you go there also. That's what the gatekeepers telling me. That's the message that they want to have. That's why they keep on putting that over and over on TV. That's for to put fear in your heart. But don't fear that. I tell you again, that's why the Lord God told you the last day, I'm turning your horse back to David the king. And so when them people go all that foolishness on me, I don't all enforce them people. I let them do as you please. Go ahead, just do it. And then when the time comes and prayer time comes, because prayer time going to come, and I just go right there and put it on. It depends. Sometimes I put Psalm 35 on them, sometimes I put Psalm 109 on them. It depends. But both of them are very powerful songs. Very powerful thing to pray for you for those evil and wicked people. Right? Then they have other songs. The way the Lord God said, man, go pray for your enemy. Go ahead, go to the book of Psalms. Put it on. Put it on, yeah. All right. We have perished, none have been there, nor has there been possibility of help for us in word or in deed. Nobody come to our rescue. Nobody came to the rescue. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The same thing they did you back then, it's been going on. This has been going on since, I read it to you. It's in the book of Adam and Eve. Been going on since genome time, G-E-N-U-N. It's been going on that long against us. It's been a long time. We have perished and none, yeah, and there have been impossibility of help for us in the word and deed. We have found none, but have been tormented and destroyed. When Nimrod had got together for to kill our father Abraham. Back then his name was Abram. When they got together to kill father Abram, that's what they did. All of them got in a group, and they was going to watch the lynching, and they was going to watch the burning. And that haven't changed. Okay. We have found none, but they have tormented and destroyed. See? We have not expected to live day after day. Is that not true? We have hope indeed to have been the head, but we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exalted ourselves, but we have been found devoured by sinner and the ungodly, that their yoke has been heavy upon us. I'll read that again. Let's see, exalted. Never see exalted. But we have become the tail. We have been afflicted when we have exalted ourselves, but we have been devoured by sinners and the ungodly. Their yoke has been heavy upon us, and that's what's going on now. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's what's going on right now today. That's what's going on. And our father Enoch, that's what we saw all that was what was going to happen unto us. And that's why he's writing and telling you, and so them things there. And the head, once we was the righteous, on our holy mountain, righteous was called the children of God. God's holy angels. That's what we was called. Right? Yeah, we had a bright nature. And that's what we did, but we lost that. We lost that. We had became a tail. But we're going to return to become the head again. The ancient and the honorable are the head. And the prophets that speak loud, prophet, priest, pastor, whoever, Preachers lie, they are the tales. Book of Isaiah. Those who have exercised dominion over us, who detest and who gored us, and to those who have hated us have we humbled our necks, but they have shown no compassion towards us. And yeah, the man was being humble, the woman was being humble, but they didn't care nothing about it. They had the receipts and everything. They didn't care. They didn't care. That's them demons. That's who you up against. That's why the Lord God said, yeah, Jacob I love, but Esau I hate. And he's just the same way. God don't love those people. God don't love anything got sin, unrighteousness, ungodliness, unthankful, ungrateful, unmerciful, pious, proud, boastful. God don't like that. Doesn't like it at all. And all those things are found in those people. All right. Those who have exercised dominion over us, who detest and who gored us, and to those who hate us, have we humbled our necks, and that's what we have done. But they have shown no compassion towards us. We have been desirous of escaping from them, that we might fly away and be at rest. But we have found no place to which we could fly and be secure from them. We have sought an asylum with the prince in our distress, and we have cried out to those who were devouring us. But our cry has not been regarded, nor have they been disposed in to hear our voice. Nor have they been disposed to hear our voice. That's for the Enoch, way back then. That's at the beginning, telling him what he saw at the end. Now, we at the end, going back to what Father Enoch saw at the beginning. That's why he told you, return unto the ancient, return unto your fathers. I'll turn your horse back to fathers, horse back to children. So who are our fathers? Enoch is one of our fathers. Enoch, Noah, and Shem, those are our fathers. And our fathers telling him what they was going to do to us, what was going to happen to us, what type of situation we was going to be in. He's telling us that. Yeah. And every time we cry out to the Most High, this is how we cry out now, just in prayer. We repented. We put on sackcloth and ashes, and pray, burning my incense and praying. Yeah, getting back in the bonds forever covenant, keeping all His commandments. And I see things are changing. They're changing. You might not see the change. Then at the same time, God is putting it on. Lord God is putting it on. Yeah. Keep watching. But rather to assist those who plunder and devour us. Those who diminish us and hide their oppression, who remove not their yoke from us, but devour, invert, and slay us, who conceal our slaughter, nor remember they have lifted up their hands against us. They don't remember that. I don't remember that. Got the camera, bring the camera out, show it to them. Yeah, that's what they do to us. They slay us, heavy on our neck. Their yoke is heavy on them, but don't worry. Don't worry, it says, who conceal our slaughter, nor remember that they have lifted up their hand against us. Yeah, they invert. Well, I want to look it up when I finish these, because that's a word I haven't ran across. If I did, I don't remember. I'll find out. Chapter 104. I swear to you, righteous, that in heaven the angels record your goodness before the glory of the Most High. Everything that they have done to us is being written down and recorded and brought before God. Okay. Wait with patient hope, for formerly you have been disgraced with the evil and with affliction. But now shall you shine like the luminaries of heaven. You shall be seen, and the gates of heaven shall be open to you. Your cries have cried for judgment, and it has appeared to you. For on account of all your suffering shall you be required from the prince and from everyone who have assisted in your plunders. Great gold. The Lamb and a great gold. Wait with patient hope, nor relinquish your confidence. For great joy, nor relinquish your confidence. For great joy should be yours, like that of the angels in heaven. Conduct yourselves as you may. Still you shall not be concealed in the day of the great judgment. You shall not be found like sinners. Eternal condemnation shall be far from you, so long as the world exists. And now fear not, righteous, when you see the sinners flourishing and prosperous. That's what it says. When you fear not, righteous, when you see the sinner flourish and prosperous in all their ways. And that's what the Lord God told you, said that He rises up the sinner to destroy. That's why all this filth and everything that they're doing to is coming to a head. Like, yeah, that's how it does before God destroyed all. Just like Amazon. Man, one time, man, I used to call Amazon, something go wrong, call Amazon, Amazon fix that problem right then and there. Now I can't get in contact with them. When they get in contact with them, they don't know nothing about the problem or nothing. And they got computers, they know every time I call, they know every complaint and everything put down there because they got computers, they bring it right back up. But now they don't know nothing. And that's how it began. Yeah, that's how you know the only way out. That's how you know they want the only way out. In the beginning, they do everything. Same thing happened to Sears, Kmart, and everything when you first went there. Oh yeah, come on in here. We'll take care of that. We'll have that for you right fast and do all that. And then when they start going on the way out, you need your receipt. But then you bring the receipt down. No, you don't see. We can't refund that. Look at this. They did all that and everything, you know, gone. That's what's happening to Amazon right now. Keep watching. Keep watching. And now fear not, righteous, when you see the sinner flourish and prosperous in their ways. Be not associated with them, but keep yourself at a distance from their oppression. Be you associated with the host of heaven. You sinners say all your transgressions should not be taken account of and be recorded. But all your transgressions should be recorded daily. See, all that you're doing is being written down. And be assured by me that the light and darkness, day and night, behold all your transgression. But be not impious in your thoughts. Lie not, surrender not the word of righteousness. Uprightness. They don't say uprightness, they uprightness. Surrender not the word of uprightness. Lie not against the word of the Holy and the Mighty One. Glorify not your idols. For all your lying and all your impiety is not for righteousness, but for great crime. That's what it's for. Now we'll point out a mystery. Many sinners shall turn and transgress against the word of uprightness, and as they have done. They shall speak evil things. They shall utter falsehood, execute great undertakings, and compose books in their own words. But when they shall write all my words correctly in their own language. But let me digress. See what I say? Because that's what's happening now. You got all these pastors, preachers, ministers, whatever they call it, got to write their books. Yeah, let me see. Let's see. They shall speak evil things. They shall utter falsehood, execute great undertakings, and compose books in their own words. Are they not doing that? And look at that. Execute great undertakings. That's why they be going from building, bigger barns, and getting jet planes and flying to Africa and preaching and all those different places preaching. I would say great undertakers, and they're doing more than that. I'm just giving the part that I know of. But when they shall write all my words correctly in their own language, they shall neither change or diminish them, but they shall write them all correctly, all which from the first I have uttered concerning them. Everything going to be written down. Everything going to be written down from the beginning of time to the end of time. Father Enoch. Who told you? He told you. That's what he's telling you about. He told you. He said, another mystery also I point out, to the righteous and to the wise. Forgive me. Another mystery also I point out, To the righteous and the wise shall be given books of joy, of integrity, and of great wisdom. To them shall books be given, in which they shall believe. I hope I didn't give you, well, I have a lot of books I haven't done, but most of the majority of books that, you know, like the first book of Adam and Eve, the book of the demons, the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. So I have a lot of books of integrity. Yeah, I gave some of them out, but that's what Lord God said, man. That's food. That's meat. There ain't no. When I read these things, it's not no milk and bread. This is meat, wholesome food. Yeah. So yeah, it says another mystery. Also, I point out the righteous and the wise shall be given books of joy, and books of joy, of integrity, and of great wisdom. To them shall books be given, in which they shall believe, in which they shall rejoice, and all their righteousness shall be rewarded. See, in which they shall rejoice, and all their righteous shall be rewarded. And say righteousness, see, and all the righteous shall be rewarded. Who from these shall acquire the knowledge of every upright path? And so, yeah, because that's how I got closer and closer, because in these books are knowledge, and the Lord God gave me these books. I didn't just all of a sudden I know what these books are, what these books are about. I told you how the Lord God gave me the books and dreams. I had visions, He gave them to me, and I told you that. I made a video called "The Books in the Hat." How I got the books. How I got the books. So, Boy Elijah, how I got the books. I put it on Facebook and YouTube. Go find, read it, tell you. So who from these shall require the knowledge of every upright path? So in these books, it's the knowledge of the upright paths that we're supposed to take. In those days, said the Lord, they shall call to the children of the earth and make them listen to their wisdom. Show them that they are their leaders. Show them that you are their leaders. I don't know how it's coming out of my mouth this morning, but I'm going to repeat it. In those days, said the Lord, they shall call to the children of the earth and make them listen to their wisdom. Show them that you are their leaders. And that, well, okay, and that remuneration, now, you know I didn't chop that word out. That's what it said, remuneration shall be taking place over the whole earth. No river jumping, remuneration. E-M-U-N-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. I'm going to Google it when I finish. I'll learn how to pronounce it that way. The remuneration should take place over the whole earth. Now that's the reconsummation of everything of Israel, 12 tribes. All that's it. And the remuneration should take place over the whole earth. For I and my son will forever hold communion with them in the path of uprightness while they are still alive. Peace shall be yours. Rejoice, children of integrity and in the truth. I told you, man, that's what's going on right now. 144,000 are being collected. Told you that in a dream. And so I started Facebook around getting close to around the time I started, not Facebook, being on YouTube. And so when I started out, I started out with the patriarchs of the 12. The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. When he gave me that book, I started out. And he got so much in there for us to, it shows us the right way to serve the Lord God, shows us the right way these things are supposed to be. And that's what it does. All the books really show the upright path of our fathers and how they was walking. I guess I can stop there. There ain't that much left. No, ain't that much left. It's we're on 105, number 6 chapters left. I think it's 6 chapters. But I got another book coming. Yeah, I have another book coming. Hopefully it'll be here this Friday. Hopefully it'll be here this Friday. But it say in the remuneration, remuneration shall take place over the whole earth. For I, my son, will forever hold communion with thee in the path of uprightness. While they are still alive, peace shall be yours. Rejoice, children of integrity and in the truth. So, Father Enoch, them showing us the upright path to take, and Father Enoch told everything that was going to happen in his last days. How that water going to be up on dry land, how fire going to be burning people up. Man, all I can do is tell you, because once Israel be taken out, and all those who take a hold of Israel garment, we going to be taken out with God's holy name. Just like Lot was taken out. I try to tell you that. Over and over again, I try to tell you how it's going to be. Because once you start reading them books and everything, you know how it's going to be. Okay. You know how it's going to be. September the 28th, I was with my brother. We went in this building downtown on Canal Street. I was lying down in the bed. I woke up and he was gone. I had something in the test tube that was hiding or protecting or guarding me. He was gone. I was not totally naked, but I was putting on clothes when I woke up. I still had the tube wondering where he had went. The morning was coming in. I wanted us to leave before all the people come in. But the people were outside walking, walking starting their day. Next they had came in the building. I had put on my clothes and looked at the tube and went down this hall. I saw this man thinking my brother was in the bedroom, but I heard someone in there. Next, I was out in the street in the crowd, and I woke up. So yeah. So when I had that dream, when I had that dream of vision, that same building that I was in, that's the building that collapsed. That's the same building. Same building I woke up in with that. That's the building that collapsed. That's what they call them people, oh man. As soon as I thought of them people, I just finished telling them of them people. But anyway, that's the building that collapsed. That I woke up in there, same morning. And I told you, before that I had a dream about the collapse of that building. I told you that dream. Yeah. I had purchased 2 vehicles. I had to go pick them up. The old white lady had them for me. I got to pick them up. One is a Rolls Royce older model, and the other is a bicycle with sissy handballs, so you know what those are. I wanted to make sure that I had the papers on them so I can drive them. The Rolls Royce. I bring them home and they are in the house. Next, I see someone in the house and I don't know who they are on or how they got in the house. I am lying down in my bed. So as I rise up my head to see, they peep or look out of the bedroom door, and I see I see his head and know it's him. So I am up and I go into the room where he was. I see the bicycle with the handle, sister handlebar. The bike looked brand new, but it's in the old style with the sissy handlebars and a banana seat. But this seat is black and had more larger print on it, shorter than the original seat. I go into the kitchen where he is at. I see the Rolls Royce parked in the back room, and the colors are silver with red interior. My brother is in the kitchen looking for something to eat, but he was this white Becky woman with him. Now they was looking for something to eat. I started helping them to look. I opened up the cabinet door and it was a frozen cereal box, family size, large in front of them. It goes back, stacked, standing up on it in a V shape. I looked in a refrigerator. They had 2 sandwiches, freezer bag. One bag had 2 meatballs with some sauce, and the other had meatballs, not much sauce. I gave the one with the 2 in it for to heat or to microwave it. She said the main name that was with her, white also Esau. I knew him and asked why he didn't come in. When she said his name, a picture of him or a pic of him came into mind. I take the one and it I take one and it was raw. When I put it into the microwave to warm it up, to cool it, some I pulled it apart and seen it was raw. Next, I say I have to go outside to the back door, up the step to see how much of the roof had been damaged. And up the stairs, I knew the roof had a leak in it. I knew it was leaking upstairs. I got out back door. Now the steps are rotten. My time's up. The steps are rotten. The steps are rotten. From that until I got to the porch. But I see a ladder. Now I can take the ladder and put it so I can reach the stairs and enter to the back door. Before I can do that, they had an old friend of mine. Him and two other men are in the backyard. First, he tried to hide, but he got up and said, we are looking for a clown. The clown now comes into mind, a picture or a pic of it. I said, it's over there to your left. He is still there. Him and another man pick up a top dresser, and they have a picture of a tiger carved and painted in it. The first, it looks like a clown, and on close look, it is as a tiger. To go in the backyard where he has moved a few items and pick up a clown. The clown I had pictured in my mind was red with yellow spots in the face with the clown makeup. But this clown was blue and white and was made up like it. It was short, not tall, no taller than 3 feet. Hands and arms stretched out. I put it up and around its waist. I picked it up and around its waist. It asked, is this it? It looked and I woke up before I could answer or reply. I closed my eye. I can hear myself snoring. I saw a lighthouse, the old kind. The bottom was white and the top red. And they had writing coming across the bottom of the pictures. I didn't see what it was. Yeah. Next, I drop an item in grass. These flying insects start flying, look like baby moth, but I don't know. They wasn't gnats. Conversation couple talking to a man said that they was biting each other. They went to go to take a cave or something to a man. Something to a man. No, you go ahead and the world take it. Go ahead and he would take it up of them. They wanted to go and see a family member in a show. They went going to wanted to go see a family member show, and they say he ain't gonna mount to nothing either way. These black women and black children was internment camp. The 3 guards that was walking through the lines or through the lane watching them all looked the same with different clothes on, looked like clones. All looked the same with different clothes. The TSA Homeland colors on the man was sitting on the couch. TSA Homeland colors on. The mom was sitting on the couch. The daughter was leaning on her with her elbows. The guard said, cheer up, it's going to be all over soon. I see there's 2 women dressed up in the Homeland Security uniform standing outside this building. This white came out, Esau came out there dressed like them, touched one on the shoulder. She looks around and sees him, and he walks away. These are dreams and visions out here. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is from last year. Getting close to that year again. I told you I had a dream about the 144 down, but man, it's like somebody told that out. Yeah, look like somebody told that out that didn't want me to see. So those things are coming, man. Those things are coming. Yep. They are coming. They're here now. This growing up. This is not about might, not about power. But my spirit said, Lord of hosts, and I'm Elijah until next